Go ahead, Nathan. Go ahead.
Braden, just what happened offensively to start the second half today?
Yeah, I mean, I came out and had some costly turnovers that screwed us, and I got transition points off that. So I think it started off with that, and I got to do a better job.
What was Indiana doing specifically defensively to force those turnovers and really make things difficult?
I mean, they were into the ball, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's me, and I think I'm not making the right read, and I got to get on the same page with Trey and these other guys to get them the ball, and I didn't do that.
Go ahead, Brian.
Guys, Fletcher, Trey, the amount of experience you have, is the composure in situations like this in the second half, is it matching your experience level, you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's really composure. Obviously, teams go on runs, they get out in transition, but it happens for a reason. Small minor mistakes, just let it snowball from there, and we were tough enough to fight back.
Surprising.
I mean, yeah, when you get a lead up 12, you should win the game, especially at halftime. We got to be better.
Trey, how do you kind of dictate what's going on to the younger guys, where I think Fletcher said after the last game, you have to keep them on board, and like Brian said, teams stayed pretty composed the last couple of years when these things have happened, but now 4 losses in a row, and just the way that you've lost some of these games.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta respond. I just look forward to playing on Friday.
Case.
Braden, it was another game where they got into the paint. I think they outscored you by close to 30 inside there. Just what were some of the breakdowns or issues you guys were having on the defensive end?
Yeah, we were just letting non-shooters get in the paint, and we're jumping on their shot fakes when we shouldn't have. I felt some of our rotations were off, where we have to be there for the low man in case they do get beat, and we just had to do a very good job at that.
Right.
Trey, what did they do defensively against you that kind of gummed things up a little bit around the basket?
I mean, they were really physical, and then when I got the ball in the low post, they pretty much played a zone, and so I just had to find shooters. I had to find open people, and I didn't do a good job of that.
Fletcher, that last 8 minutes of the first half seemed like exactly what you guys have been looking for a couple of games. Did you feel like there was momentum there, and any concept of why that didn't translate into the second half there?
No doubt, it was definitely momentum. We were playing our basketball, and I think that's the main case. As we're trying to preach to these guys, we got to stick with it. We're not going to let 4 losses determine our season. I mean, obviously you can't win the Big Ten now, which sucks, but you still got March and your season's not over, so it's just something we got to get better at, got to get more consistent.
Anything else?
Braden,
Yep, go ahead, Sam, then Dustin.
you mentioned the turnovers to start the second half, but also magnified by the fact that you guys didn't make shots. I think you started out 1 of 10, 1 of 11 to start the second half. When you combine those two things, how hard is it to try to mount a comeback?
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible. I mean, just like you said, if you're turning the ball over and they're scoring and then we're not making shots, and you're not going to score, put yourself in a position to win. So.
Braden, when you guys were winning 11 out of 12, you guys were turning teams over quite a bit. But these last couple games, I think it's 11 or less in the last 4 games. Just what's changed defensively? Is it aggressiveness, or what's kind of changed on that front?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a mixture of things. I think just being aggressive and understanding when to attack and force those turnovers, and also just our game plan and what we do. It's been a little different. We switched it up, and I think we just haven't been our best doing that. And I think we got to get back to that little stretch right there where we were able to force teams over a lot and get back to that type of basketball.
Anything else?